Hello everyone, 1 second. Just need to make sure that this works. Go live there. Should be heading over to Facebook in just 1 minute. Okay, it's live. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Everyone, 1 second. I will be there in just 1 moment.
Oh, I found it.
Yay! It's positive. Oh, hello. Okay, and then when you click on that one for the comments. Okay, yes. Excellent. Hello, we're here. Yay! So this week we're going to add more to my mum's canvas that she started last Mixed Media Monday. So this one here does not have a bundle yet because we wanted to add more to it. So we're going to come in and have a bit of a playful time with the canvas we've got. Now we've got the colours that Mum used last week, which was the purple, Viridian, and orange, and a bit of white. I've also got some gold that I think could look good as some accents. I have some chipboard from a few leftover chipboard sheets. I've got stencils and stamps. You know, we've got a lot. So we're going to come in, and I also want to show you how
YouTube video
in the comment section.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Forgot that crucial step. I've also got some skins from my paint palette, and I want to show you guys how you can use it on this sort of a canvas. So, and when this has a mixed media bundle, just as a heads up, it will not have paint skins in it, but I'll show you how you can use them as a bit of like a base. So let's come in and get started. Right. Get this one over here. You can see, let's get some glue down.
Okay. So this one
That's the one that has the stream on it. The other one's the one that's just like the video that I can see.
Yeah, you keep going.
Okay, cool. Remember, it's not copied on this computer. Okay, guys. So let's just come in here. And I was thinking of either adding a pocket or I have some more of these butterflies left. I love them. They're amazing. Oh, hello, Diana and Di and Diane. Okay, so
Is the video here? No.
no, that's the one I want to copy. There we go.
That's it there.
So
I'm just making sure that we have
a link to the class once the video gets removed from
because
Facebook.
the video will be deleted.
Yes, and
we know that.
We won't be uploading a new one on Facebook because it's available also on my YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and watch
We
it
don't
there.
upload new ones on Facebook because Facebook deletes them.
Yeah.
Well, Facebook does not like it.
It's a bit of an effort, but let's come in. We're planning what extras we're going to put on this canvas. So I'm just coming in. I'm really distressing our gauze. There we go. And then and let's come in and have a look. I've got a few different skins. So there's this one here, and it's just going to add a bit of, we are going to paint these like white after sticking them down. Or we're going to give them a bit of a wash, so then the texture mainly shows from the skins and not the other little bits and pieces, because that can get a little bit.
I can bring up my canvas.
Not 100% of it. Okay, and then I want a smaller one. I want a smaller butterfly. There we go. And we've got this lacy type pattern here, and then we might come and do, just don't know where my Timmies are gone.
Your Timmy's. Oh, you'll have to use mine. Do you want mine?
Yes, please, because I think these are actually your fussy cut scissors.
Yes, they are. I put them there because I found them in something on my desk. Do not get chipboard with those fuzzy cutting scissors. You can't put that mesh on because it's not going to be in your kit.
Oh, no. This is the...
Is it a stencil?
It's a stencil. That's where we're going to stencil it.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, it's not a piece of mesh, but it still stencils very well, even though it looks like a piece of collage. It's amazing. So this is a bit of leftover chipboard from last week's weekly class that we're going to come in and use because I like the leaves. But we're also going to come in and use a bit of the frame to get them looking splendid. Right, let's come in and do this. The main part about coming in and doing lots and lots of collage is not to get too attached to the idea and just to have fun. That is the main concept, is to have some fun in building. If you liked Lego, this is for you. Right, let me just come in. So we're going to cut off the little tabs. Hope everyone had a lovely day. Okay. We're just going to keep coming in.
She's having to translate the instructions on her little colouring in and sticker books we bought in Japan to know what the go is with it.
Well,
What she's meant to do.
we got these really cool coloring books from Japan.
They're little and
they've got these amazing stickers in the back. It's from a shop. Quite.
It's like manga ones.
Yeah, for little girls, and it's like
I just want to colour them in. They're so
there was 10 different ones, 4 different ones. Sorry, but we got some for our friends as well, so they all had, because they were reasonably priced, which is nice. Okay, let's come in. Now let's have some fun. We're nearly at the point where we can just start having a little bit of fun. This is why I don't often use fussy cuts in my artworks, you'll find, because that takes a lot of planning on my part, and this bit was just about layering. And then deciding when you're happy with your layers. We might be here for a while, by the way. Because once we do the layering, then we've got to add in the colour.
But you've got to be nice. Can't drop it.
Okay. So, there we go.
I'm always not.
Let's come in and do this. So, I'm going to first start off with the biggest piece of collage that you're going to use, and you go pretty much down from there. Okay, there we go. And then we come in
Oh, so they've done the skin now.
and cut that.
No, that's for the first 4.
Okay, and then
Let me just crack this on. There we go. What colours are in there?
going to come in and add
Don't drop them.
a fair amount of gel medium. We might also come in and add a bit of modeling paste at this point for these bits and pieces. So let's just get a bit more glue out before we come in and grab the modeling paste for our skins, because that will be the easiest way to stick them. We might lift the camera slightly up. I don't want to get you guys too far away, but you definitely need to see that base a bit easier. Right, let's get this one out. Where is the palette knife? Okay. Yeah, thought it wasn't stuck down properly. Knew it. There we go. Okay, so while we've got the modeling paste, we haven't added any paint, and there's no wet paint on this one because we let it dry for a week, which is amazing. It never really happens with our mixed media classes. And then let's grab, so it's just coming in, grabbing off the extra modeling paste there, and then we'll just slightly remove it away from the face. Give it a bit of a rustic vibe. Okay, where is that other skin that we've got? These ones. So these are going to end up looking a little bit like coral is my aim. So just going to come in. We're aiming for texture. So it doesn't matter if it doesn't match the color that you're doing at first. Oh, hello, Tina. That doesn't matter too much, okay? What we're aiming for is texture. Okay, and then what I need is our gauze on there now. We're choosing what is staying, what is going. Mixed media is not a fine art. More like a little bit of something that rattles. Well, it's a bit, mix and match as we go. We're just building up those layers. So here's another one of those triple leaves. So I've, before class, before this video, I've gathered up bits of collage around the craft studio at home here that I personally like and thought would go well with this canvas. So I've looked at it and gone like, yes, I'm inspired, like it. That was pretty much the basis for most of the decisions of what we're using tonight. Use a bit of modeling paste. Now remember, wherever you've used modeling paste, it's going to be white. Wherever you use gel matte, it's going to be clear. It is a bit hard sometimes to remember that when you're in mid-glue. That's okay. It's perfectly fine. Now let's get a bit more of that glue out. And then where is the chipboard? Go. That's that one. And now we're remembering that a lot of this will not stay the colors that we are currently sticking it down as. It's also something that you got to really remember is that we're going to come in and give this a bit of a dry brush with some white, and then give it a dry brush with a few other colors to make it look really corally down the base here. That's why we're moving from the base up and in towards our mermaid's face. So really trying to make it a little bit whimsical, a little bit light, but also at the same time with having lots of texture. So just coming in, and not every piece of gauze is going to be stuck firmly down in place. That's not what this is going to be like. It's going to be stuck down at like an anchor point, and then maybe at a few points to make it have a bit of a lift in certain areas. So then it definitely plays the game with the texture, but also still looks like light and flowing through water. Okay. Now that we've got that bit there, just thinking whether or not we need a little bit of rice paper in a few areas. Just looking. The thing with rice paper is because we are going to paint over it, it is unlikely that we will see these bits, but when you paint over top of rice paper, it does act differently from when you paint over non-rice papered areas, because it absorbs a lot of the paint too, which is what you've got to remember there. So the modeling paste for this one. Okay, and then okay, and now we do, so we slide it into there and grab a little bit of our modeling paste. Bit of texture there. Bit of texture there. Okay, and then just going to clean that stencil off a little bit there. What we're going to do before the modeling paste dries, which it's probably actually going to take a few hours to dry naturally, is what we want to do is we want to get a skewer. Going to do, oh, hi Dad, gonna lift. Clean off that skewer. Okay, and then there we go. And now it's gonna come and draw more circles there. So once again, giving it a bit of that texture. And then let's turn on our heat tool and give this a buzz of heat. And we're aiming for it to be touch dry. So we're gonna come in light dry brush our colours onto this bit here. Right, so what we're gonna come and do is we're gonna grab our colours, put a little bit out. We don't need too much because we're gonna dry brush our colours on. This is a technique I use a lot when I do heavy collage artworks. So it's how I take, let's see if I've got examples here. I should do. I'm in my art area, for goodness sakes. So it's how I take, just trying to choose the best one here. Okay. So it's how I take something like this that looks a little bit mozzie and make it in to something like this. It's about adding layers upon layers. I'm trying to see if I've got something else. Something like this as well. It's about adding lots and lots of layers and getting all of those colours through, and then like choosing the collage bits that I want to come and peep out. So that's what we're kind of doing. Oh, hello, Karen. So white is crucial because it's going to be a bit of, it's going to help us balance if we overpower with too much of one color or another. You'll be surprised how fast you go, oh my gosh, okay, hold up, we will need to pull it back a little bit, you know, that type of thing. So you do have a few options. You can come in with a gesso brush. or you can come in with a smaller brush. It's up to you on what you feel comfortable with. I've covered all my brushes up with stuff. 1 second. Sorry. I'm trying to see all my brushes. I've got to move all my... I just have a really big pile of like rice paper and skins over the side. Okay, here we are. Can see a bit clearer now. The beauty of the new rig is I don't have to clean up my desk every time I finish. The unfortunate part of that is that I don't clean up my desk every time I finish creating. So, really bad thing because, oh my gosh, it gets messy. So let's...
They don't fit you.
come in and grab a bit of this orange and mix it in with a little bit of that white. We might need a little bit more white. There we go. And with the fan, I'll show you the different brushes. With the fan, you get a bit more of a light curved look. Does give you I think this would probably be one of the less controlled brushes when it comes to dry brushing.
What'd you turn it off for?
Fan is not always my first choice.
My dressing gown is, do you?
No, you had it this morning.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I was dressed in flannels this morning.
I have no idea. Sorry, Mum. Okay.
Okay. Can I do your bedtime routine?
So that is the first. This means that that's the first layer that we've got of the orange. So each color will look like it's a little bit overpowering as we go along until we get all three on there. Where's my... Oh, dairy doctor. Really? I need a water tub. Hey, Mum. My water tub's in the bathroom. In the bathroom. Can you fill it and take out the two brushes and bring it down here? Yep. So that's the fan brush. It's quite nice. It does make a bit more of a rounded look to it when you do the dry brushing. Sorry, looking for the right words. I do find it harder to get into the corners though. Where's the two brushes that were in it?
I took them out.
Oh, could you bring them down as well, please? Thank you.
It's 3 brushes.
Oh, the 3 brushes? Goodness me, that's bad. I didn't have a water tub for quite some time. Okay, now let's come in with the big brush. So we're going to do the big brush with the green. So with the bigger brushes, I do find now by dry brushing, it means that we don't put any water on it before we start putting the paint down. So we're just going to grab a fair bit of white and a little bit, oh, thank you, Are you going to clean your teeth?
Your pale friend seems like he's had better days. Also, I'm going to have a milk.
Oh, okay, cool. I added a little bit of white, so that takes away the bite from the color a little bit, makes it a bit more pastel-y when I put it on. It also matches the color scheme of this. Sometimes I don't do that. It just depends on the color and the artwork that I'm working on at the time. So this is where it's gonna be a bit harder to keep going, just because it's gonna look a bit mozzery until you get that third color on there. But you just got to remember to keep trekking, keep going, keep applying. You want to make sure you get a good coat on, and at any point where you feel like you have the urge to rub something off, try doing at least another 2 layers, and then if you still have that urge after that, then you can go ahead with a wet piece of paper towel or gauze and come in and clean that off. Until that point though, you just have to keep going, and you've got to remember the edges too. I often forget my edges. Lots of my artworks, I come in later and go like, oh, the edges, and then I have to try and replicate what I've done on the front on the edges. And let me tell you right now, it is not as easy as what it looks to do a second time. Okay. So once again, the big paintbrush, you can't really get into like that fine little creasy area. I'll just lift it so you can see. As you can see, we can really start seeing the texture from our dry brushing. So it is good to weigh up your paintbrushes, and then we're going to come and do the third color with our third paintbrush option. Now, I typically do at least one generally. If I'm going to do a 3-color dry brush, I'm going to do one in a big paintbrush, and then I might do 2 in a small, or at least 1 in a small and 1 in a medium, because what I want to do is I want to create a diverse range of how much color there is on there, while still highlighting all the texture. It's a bit of a trick, a bit of a skill. So let's, actually this one here is my favorite to use, or do I have the thinner one? I do, look at that. Alright, so we're going to grab this paintbrush. This is a Montmartre paintbrush. It does come in the new sets, just different end color. Like it's like, this one here's grey, which was probably about 7 years ago. The new ones, I think there's some that are clear, and then there's some that are teal, and then there's some that are orange. So yeah, new ones have all different colors. Now I did add a little bit of water to this paintbrush before coming in, because what I'm doing is I'm coming in and I'm applying it as a shadow, this purple color. So I'm not applying it as like a main broad color. I'm coming in and I'm deciding which pieces of collage I wish to highlight, like these leaves. Which pieces of collage I don't wish to highlight. There we go. There's that one. Now, I also added some water at the beginning just because my modeling paste and glue are all still both wet. It helps the paint just move a little bit while they're both still wet and go over top instead of trying to like really dig in to the modeling paste and gel medium. If your artwork is fully dry before doing these dry brushing steps, I definitely would try doing it first without a wet paintbrush for your final color. But yeah. And I do typically make my final color my shadow I'm going to work with. That way then I've had a bit of a go and I figured out what bits of texture I like with the dry brushing. And which bits that, you know, I'm not too fussed about. Okay, so let's have a look at it a bit flat. We do need a bit of shadow over here. We need a bit of shadow down and in here. So I've just got a little bit too much modeling paste on my paintbrush. Come in. Move, okay, and then what we do is we just keep coming by up here. And then okay. Now we just want to come in. And then oh shoot. Didn't want the purple on top, but that's okay. happens. Let's just wet it a little bit and then come in. I'll come back over that bit with a bit of a dry brush later. I am going to come in with my first two colours again after this, because it does sometimes mean that the shadow just takes over a little bit too much. But you'll never know that until after you finish applying all the shadow work. Okay. There we go. And then what we're going to come and do now is let's just heat this, and then all those bits are dry. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to dry brush some white on there before I come in and do a little bit of the orange back, so then we can get on that. So I'm just going to use a fairly thick paintbrush for the white. Because I only want to be on the tip. Then 1 minute, we might just need, and it's casting a bit of a shadow. Bit more white. Okay, and then I come in with just a little bit of white. Well, just a little bit of a wet paintbrush, not white, sorry. We'll get rid of that white there. And then, thank you. Might get you nice and close for this next bit. I'm going to put the canvas sideways so they can get nice and close up while we do the next bit. We are very close to finishing, I think. What we need, though, let's move this into view. So we're going to grab a bit of this orange on my finger. No white included. Then there's that one.
Nene.
Hi, Mewie.
Mum's teaching me how to colour in the cute girls.
Oh, cool.
She says I have to be softly.
Yep. Just coming in. Okay, and then so now we've got the orange we added. Just gonna come in and add green in. A bit darker. Okay, and there we go. And now we'll just lift it up a little bit. What you want to come and do, instead of adding little bits of like white accented lines and details, we're actually going to come and do it the other way. Just making sure that black pen is still inked. Yep. Just realised you need to be down for this bit too, okay? Oh, sorry. Okay. There we go. There's that one. And now,
Yeah, we'll do it in the normal one if it works better normally. How we going?
pretty good, I think.
Oh, you covered up my butterflies I added.
Well, look, I was going to say
Well, they
not
obviously
fully.
needed to be covered.
Excuse me, it looks very beautiful.
Did the gloss on her face help not get it?
Yeah. The gloss on the face, like,
helps.
Made dry brushing a little bit easier. Yeah. Oh, also I forgot to mention, Mum had gloss on the face.
They watched it last week. They would have seen
Yes, if you watch the first part of the video, the reason why we don't have a lot of dry brushing on her face is because the gloss kind of resisted the paint, which is amazing. Okay, and then we just need...
I found some of these ones in your wine.
Remember? And they didn't get returned.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, and there we go. That one there. I think I need to stop adding stuff now. Okay, it's done. Let me show you the close-ups. I need to stop adding. Oh, thank you, everyone. So yes, this is the close-up. What dry brushing? Trying to get it to focus. There we go. What dry brushing does. And heavy texture. So it looks really cool. And it just makes this effect like coral. So that there is tonight's class. We are back since we've got back from Japan and we're in full swing now. Woo! It's quite fun. We are back to our normal class schedule. So that means that Wednesday is scrapbooking in the monthly class group and Thursday is card making, both at 7 p.m. Yes. And I'm just trying to think. There is... And then Friday night is Friday night for the other one. I think I had something else to mention. Maybe something about the Cutie Bugs retreat. The paper is designed for that. It's well on the way. So if you haven't booked your place in for that one, highly suggest. I've seen the paper, obviously. It's amazing. Anyway, thank you all for coming. And yeah, this one here will have a bundle eventually. It won't have the paint skins in it though, just as a heads up. But thank you all for coming and shall see you all throughout the week. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Bye. Thank you for watching.